There are cars that look good, cars that perform well, and then there are cars that become legends. And today we're diving into one of Japan's greatest creations, the Mazda RX-7 FD, a car that not only turns heads, but it also turned the entire idea of what a sports car can be. I'm talking about that lightweight design, that perfect balance, and of course, that iconic rotary making it unlike anything else on the road. And in this episode of Bankrupt Reviews, we have the absolute pleasure of getting up close and personal with Jensen's 2001 Mazda RX-7 FD Type RS. And we're going to explore the story of how Mazda built a car that's still worshipped decades later. Now, before we talk about the FD, we got to rewind a bit, back to the late 60s. Mazda had a dream to stand out in a crowded automotive world. While everyone else used traditional piston engines, Mazda went all in on something different, the rotary engine, created by German inventor Felix Wankel. Now, the rotary was unique. Instead of pistons going up and down, it used a triangular motor spinning inside an oval housing, which meant smoother power delivery, fewer moving parts, and an incredible ability to rev. But it wasn't just about being weird and different. Mazda actually made it work, and their first rotary sports car, the Mazda Cosmo, set the tone for what was to come. Then, in 1978, Mazda dropped the first RX-7, the SA22C, a lightweight, affordable sports car with perfect 50-50 weight distribution. It was simple, reliable, well, kinda, but it was an absolute blast to drive. That formula continued with the second generation, the FC RX-7 in the mid-80s, more refined, more powerful, and of course, driven by Ryosuke Takahashi.
Matao.
But Mazda wasn't done yet. They had one more trick up their sleeve. In 1992, the third generation RX-7, known as the FD3S, was born. This wasn't just an upgrade, this was a complete reinvention. The FD was lighter, sharper, and lower than anything Mazda had ever built. It looked like something from the future, with smooth, flowing lines, pop-up headlights, and a shape that seems alive even when it's standing still. But the real magic was under the bonnet, the 13B REW rotary engine. Sounds pretty cool though. Twin turbocharged, compact, and producing around 206 kilowatts or 276 horsepower, it made the RX-7 one of the fastest cars of its era. And notably on this particular car, you have the AutoX carbon intake, and in the bottom here, the PWR radiator. Now, Mazda didn't just slap on two turbos and call it a day though. They used a sequential twin turbo system, meaning one turbo kicked in at low RPM for instant response, and the second took over at high revs for full power. It was complex, but when it worked, it was genius. And not to mention, the engine sits so far back, it's basically mid-engined. The FD is a driver's car through and through, lightweight, perfectly balanced, and razor sharp in the corners. It weighs 1,250 kilos, and that's why enthusiasts say this car handles like a dream, because it does. But here's the thing, perfection comes at a cost. The rotary engine is high maintenance. It loves to rev, but it also loves to burn oil and fuel. A lot of fuel. And if you didn't keep up with maintenance, it could quickly turn from a dream to a nightmare.
Spare change, ma'am.
The sequential turbo system, while brilliant, was notoriously complex and could fail if not properly tuned or maintained. Mazda sold the FD RX-7 from 1992 to 2002, and in those years, they came out with many special editions, like the Type RZ, Spirit R, and the Type RS, which is what this one is.
時代が変わってユーザーは RX-7 をサーキットに持ち込んで走らせるようになってきました。しかしサーキットにおいてトップクラスの性能を発揮させるには解決すべき問題も出てきました。
280馬力のパワーと熟成の足回りがテクニカルサーキットで並ぶもののない速さを実現。
Now, speaking of this car, you can tell it's been modified quite nicely, so let's go through some mods. First of all, it has the Volk Racing CE28 style wheels in this gorgeous bronze color. It's sitting on these MCA Pro Sport coilovers, giving it that nice low look. A rare Amemiya 3-inch catback exhaust, and Spirit R fog lights. Now there's a few mods in the interior here as well, the most notable being the Momo 340mm steering wheel with the Works Bell quick tilt. And it's also got the rare Amemiya short shifter. Now while I'm in here, let's go for a drive. For a ride now, and this thing's bumpy. That turbo sound is sick. This thing's quick.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's quick.
It's zippy.
Yeah,
That's the best way to describe it.
It is very zippy, yes. Now you just saw how fast this thing is, so it's not just a road car, it also dominated on the track. The FD won its class at Le Mans, tore up the Japanese GT racing series and became a hero in the tuning world. Then came the 90s and early 2000s culture boom. Video games like Gran Turismo and Need for Speed, movies like Fast and Furious, and anime like Initial D turned the RX-7 into an icon. Han's Veilside RX-7 in Tokyo Drift, instantly legendary. Keisuke Takashi's FD3S, iconic. And that's why the FD isn't just about numbers, it's about feeling, and it's the kind of car that makes you want to drive. Today, the FD RX-7 stands as one of the most beloved JDM cars ever made. Prices aren't cheap, parts aren't as easy to get like other JDM cars, and rotary specialists are few and far between, but enthusiasts still cherish them.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Money talk. Here comes the money.
Mazda even paid tribute to the rotary legacy with the RX-8 and most recently the MX-30 REV, which uses a rotary as a range extender. However, there are always rumours of a new rotary sports car every few years. The question is, will we ever see one again? The FD RX-7 isn't just a car, it's a statement that lightweight, driver-focused cars can be art, that innovation and passion matter more than convention, and that sometimes being a little weird makes you unforgettable. So what do you think? Do you think the RX-7 is the greatest JDM car ever made? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And we'd also like to thank Jensen for bringing out his awesome RX-7 today. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for more reviews just like this one.